gentlemen, if you asked the Long people going into the finals if we would have had a Game 6, they would have said no. But now, as we see DaKun Gaming pull ahead once again to lead 3-2, ThunderTalk have the chance to even it out, and DaKun sit at match point.
And Grandin, TJ was one of those naysayers, but look at where we are now. ThunderTalk, they're finding amazing moments in the series. They're finding good drafts. They're finding good team fights. But still, the question remains, is that enough to take on the powerhouse that is DaKun Gaming here? Starts with draft though.
Starts with draft, and ThunderTalk have moved back onto the blue side, saying we need first pick. First pick apparently is the thing that's going to decide things. Why? Because of Zed.
It's because of the Zed, it's because of the Ziggs, it's because when you are on red side, you have so many things to ban, and you're forced into an unenviable situation. What are we gonna remove? We have to get rid of Riven against Z and Favi. That goes without saying. Whichever side we're on, we have to remove the Zed. So does this mean they get Ziggs? It's Ziggs, it's Renekton, it's Garen. So many picks still left available. I think you ban the Ziggs. Oh, what's this? They're forcing them to ban Varus, which means they trade either Renekton or Garen here for ThunderTalk.
Interesting decisions. Okay, ThunderTalk ban away the Ziggs.
Oh my.
Generally a red side ban because you want the enemy to
This is Varus. Okay, you know what? Just bench me right now. I was so proud of that. I was like,
I don't know, you have the right reads here, Homo.
Bench me from this. Let our analyst take over the draft yet again. I don't understand the priority here, but what I can tell you is I think Fabi just wants to take a step back. He wants to play a more supportive role, but he's no longer comfortable doing that on the Garen, knowing that YK is capable to pull out that Darius to shut him down. But this is so curious to me because you give up the Varus, and because you ban the Ziggs away, I assume you want the Varus for yourself because that's the next best bot laner. They just give it all away.
Perhaps looking for the Santa again. There we go. Looking for the Santa again, something that Azir has been looking good
that matchup?
It's a losing matchup, but maybe looking for that late game
That's what was left up. Grandin, I forgot about that pick. That's what was left up. The Nunu here for Chris. First time DaKun Gaming do not ban it away. They're saying we have to give it to you because we need to get rid of Zed. We're not going to lose to that again, but we might lose to Nunu here.
It's such a draft nerd. I love this. Like, you get so excited.
No, but the drop is so important for the state of the game. Like, if you look at what champions these two teams get. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to calm down. I need to take a step back. But the draft is 50% of the battle in this series because of how closely matched these teams are, because of how excellent their players are. The draft will give you the lead you need to really just take the game away. Now, DaKun Gaming, they answer the Darius with this Renekton.
But what's this main point you're looking forward to the draft with? What has been the things that have kind of screamed to you that, okay, if you get this element, you should be ahead in the draft?
Well, it's about the individual picks. That's number one. The Zed, the Jax, the DaKun, these have been key picks thus far. And I do like what we're seeing here for ThunderTalk, but the problem remains we're a bit low on damage. We need S12K on something that can pack a bit of a punch. I think Gragas might be the pick here, but then you're too heavy on magic damage.
Okay, so first thing is the individual picks. What about the second thing?
Well, then you need the synergy, you need the team to really come together cohesively, and then you need to make sure you're good at shutting down what your opponent wants to run. Now, DKG, they have the ability to side lane here yet again, but ThunderTalk, they answer with the ability to force team fights. Now they have an answer to the side lane.
Okay, there we go. That's the essence, the vibe for these compositions as they will finish things off with the Garen support. It's no brand, but it is the Varus. And now with Hoibam again on this Jax, we're looking at a strong side lane, but with a Diana, I'm not sure how this one plays out.
Well, Diana is capable of side laning by herself as well. So what we could likely see from DaKun Gaming is something we have seen from Hoiba before. You send the Jax to follow the Diana around in the side lane, and whoever comes into the side lane is likely gonna die. That's something we see them do very often in the regional leagues as well as here at the Horizon Cup. And I want to point out something to you, Grandin. How poetic would it be if DaKun Gaming start game 1 with Garen support, close out the series with Garen support, and keep in mind in their regional league, I do believe they won match point with Garen support as well. Is this the key for DaKun Gaming?
Well, it looks like that might be the case, just running very tanky members across the board and having that impact seems to be the answer for DaKun Gaming in this series up against ThunderTalk. Well, DaKun sit at match point, so it's down to TT to be the playmakers, to be the ones to pull ahead and tie this one up yet again. And they're no strangers to playing at match point, no sir. They played a full 5-game series up against Roaster Y yesterday in the semifinals. So this is a series, and ThunderTalk, they want to bring it all the way to 7 games.
They want to bring it all the way to 7 games, and we can see the teams, they still have some energy. We're here backstage, but we can still hear the shouts coming from the players. Honestly, it's intimidating me quite a bit.
The war cries almost, no?
Yeah, the war cries, exactly. I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. You try to give some lame analogy about bus driving, but both of these teams, they are going to war right now, Brandon.
All right. One-upping me with the analogies. I like that, painting a picture. Because this is
someone.
Fairly gruesome one. But let's talk a little bit more about what we've seen so far, because both teams have tried their hand at aggressive side lanes, playing for the late game, and yet it seems like both of them are so incredibly fluid. They can play each other's compositions and execute it well. Now DaKun Gaming seem to have fallen back into a comp that they have been known for, that they're renowned for, and this is it. This is the stage set for them to win the series.
I think the power behind this comp and why DKG favor it so much is even if you outscale us in team fights, even if you outscale us in 5v5s, we always have the option to side lane you. And that's such an important thing, especially in these long series, in these long games, when players get tired, they start to make mistakes. Being able to just demolish turrets on the side lanes, Hueba, is so important. When he starts this one off, he throws the first punch.
I like that. Oh, I love that, in fact. You know, they got a little bit caught off guard the last time around, took a little bit of damage, so they just tossed the arrow this time.
Yeah.
Say, yeah, there's nothing you can do. No shenanigans to catch me off. We saw a lot of early pressure from ThunderTalk the last few games as a result of Z's control in the mid lane. Once again, it seems like he has a favorable matchup. Are we looking to see ThunderTalk pull ahead with a double scuttle?
Well, that's something they definitely can try to do here with the Nunu's ability to consume as well. With the lead that they're getting in the bottom, the lead that they will get in the top lane once this wave bounces out, it's very possible.
And for everyone at home watching this, the Scuttle Crabs give additional vision in the river, so it helps to keep a ward slot for yourself. It also gives a lot of bonus golden EXP. It's a nice big bounty in the neutral part of the river of the jungle, so both sides really want it, and so getting 2 of them especially hurts the enemy jungler as well. And so talking about this, does Chris actually end up needing this? Because he is a Nunu, you know, he can be pretty gold effective without it.
Does he need it? No. Does he want it? Of course! They've been trying to get it every single game so far this series, and I think this game is no exception. The control from Z in the mid lane, they're gonna start this one off. Here we go!
And like we mentioned, Hueba, he already used his jump early on. This means the flash must be expended as the first Scuttle Crab will go over to ThunderTalk.
What did we say about the bot lane matchup? Full control for Azure and S12K. This means they can just roll their snowball back down to the bot lane. This should be the double Scuttle Crab start here for Chris.
Well, Hueba has to take the scenic route, going through the jungle, and double Scuttle Crab. Like we mentioned, it's a shrine, it's gold, it's EXP, and a nice little lead for Chris.
It's the first big objective of the game. Might not seem like much, but it genuinely is.
I mean, you look at the gold difference right now. No, not the gold difference, the EXP difference. Yeah. Chris is level 5.
He has his ultimate at 2 minutes.
The fastest level 5 in the game right now. That's the impact of getting double Scuttle.
An additional factor as well as he comes to the mid lane, pushes with Z, or some might say he steals Z's EXP away, which is why he hits level 5 so quickly. But the thing about Nunu ultimate is, it's not something you use off cooldown for fast plays. It's not like Destiny Gate where every time it's up you press it. You need a specific scenario to really make it work here. So I don't think it's the most impactful thing in the game right now, but it doesn't matter. All of this, it doesn't matter. We are on a timer for 4 minutes. We know how important that first fight can be. The state of the game slowing down until then, and I think everyone's just waiting with bated breath.
Working towards that 4-minute mark, ThunderTalk have a number of really high key ultimates, but the same can be said for DaKun Gaming, albeit a little bit less. So ThunderTalk want to find that early initiative, they want to be able to put the pressure onto DaKun Gaming to misstep. Z has had a difficult game last game, in fact, I would say. Wasn't quite up to the usual performance that he's had. Yeah. Hopefully, he's had a chance to reset and come back into this one with pressure.
Something we gotta keep in mind is last game, he was playing the same Orianna, Senna duos. They had a lot of struggles against the Jax jumping on them, against Emo's Rakan jumping on them, knocking them on, CCing them. This time around, Emo's not on that Rakan. He's gonna be on Garen. So while he's running into them, he's not going to be crowd controlling them, which is, I think, a relief for the team comp. The way ThunderTalk want to play front to back, and for both Z and Azure.
First early buys and pickups from both sides. Things are looking pretty intense here. Despite the fact that no action has been happening. In fact, it feels like the calm before the storm.
It really is. And both of these teams, they're playing it a bit safer. They're playing it a bit slower. Earlier in the finals, we talked about how both of these teams weren't afraid to trade blow for blow. This time around, match point. No one wants to throw that away. ThunderTalk, they don't want to lose it, of course. DaKun, they don't want to go to a game 7. They want to close it out here. They want to close it out now. Objectives gets off.
Like a dragon pickup for ThunderTalk. Chris is trying to get this one quickly, but DaKun Gaming are working on that Rift Herald. The Dark Shadow comes in. Huge! It's huge coming across. Maybe misses out the chance for the reset, but Z will still get the kill on the win as they flash over the wall, grab the Blast Cone. It's an escape out, but they've lost to DaKun and these grab the Rift Herald.
Amazing start here from ThunderTalk. They say we want to go the full 7 games. That's what Z promised us in the interview yesterday, and that's what they're looking to deliver on, Grandin.
YK goes down the top side, and the Rift Herald doesn't matter because TT will grab first turret either way.
I know it's still a little bit too early to call, but I just want to throw back to before the Horizons Cup started, when we were talking to all the commentators about our favorites for this event. I said ThunderTalk. And then I found out they gutted their roster, and then I changed my bet. But still, I want to point out, there was a point where I said ThunderTalk.
Let's take a look at the extreme play at this one again, because Beibai's flash apprehend flown through with the unstoppable force was a sight to behold. And honestly, this is the level of play we were hoping for from ThunderTalk, the calm before the storm as they smash their opponents.
And look at the coaching staff there of ThunderTalk. It's too intense right now. You can't even take a seat. You're on your feet. You really want to see how this one plays out. You want to go to game 7. And Feibai is here to deliver that too.
Putting on a show for all of us back at home. Bit of an engage coming through from Yo. Not very much can get done. ThunderTalk, they have to run away. There's no turret here.
Nice.
Chris actually blocks that. The rest of the team now coming in to support. Emo getting caught out. Z has the shockwave, but he's holding on to it for a little longer. Emo takes a good amount of damage. That should be the end. A little more. Darting Shadow comes across, but he perfectly sidesteps that.
Every spell in the game, except the Nunu Ultimate and the Malphite out, was used in that scenario. And he want to go back in. He's using it. But what is this? Is he going to solo him?
He's just walking up. He has the damage. He's going to take down the Jax. What has happened here? Chris is going to roll down the snowball as well. Say hello and goodbye to Yo. But it ended up with control right by the turret.
All this time though, Grandin, YK has not left the Baron lane. He's chipping down on this turret. He's getting himself some farm, but that means he needs to be an instrumental piece of DaKun Gaming's team fighting later on in this game, because right now it's not looking good for DaKun, Grandin.
Playing cross-map, ThunderTalk will trade that top-side turret for the bottom-side one, and still with the gold lead, ThunderTalk. Oh my goodness, Omo, I feel like I've seen this one before.
Look at this from S12K. He times out the counter-strike. He slows him with his rock and backs away. I don't know Malphite's spell name. Do you know Malphite's spell names?
I know the unstoppable force, I know the seismic shot. What else do I need to know, Omo?
You need to know that they're going for the team fight.
Engage from Chris as he builds up the absolute zero, trying to set them up for something, but Evil's still very tanky with the Emperor hand. They pull him back. That's the dub. That's the first pickup. The shockwave won't connect though. Win gets away safely.
Win gets away safely. He did not have flash, so he was in a bit of a sticky situation there. But still, DaKun, they don't want to give this turret up.
Azure's walking forward, look at this
look
pressure.
At
ThunderTalk, I'm forcing them back. The jumping for Yo, they clip them very nicely there. YK will turn that one around. Feibai has to decimate, but it's not enough for TT.
And in the grand finals on match point, a misstep from Azure and S12K cost them 2 kills. They were in prime position to punish his turret, but it looks like DaKun, they're gonna pop the Herald. They want to trade back, but they're too low, Grandin.
I think Z has something to say about that, Omo. I don't think he
many
can.
things to say.
He's just going to take down this Reptile before it's even able to walk past that turret.
And granted, these 3 members on your screen right now from ThunderTalk, Feibai, Z, and Chris, have been performing commendably in this game, in this series. They've been rock solid, they've been stable for their team. And as Azure and S12K, they make a mistake, but their teammates say it's okay, we hold on. We might have to give up this dragon, but we hold on.
I see what you did. A little little bit overused, you mean?
Well, look at this. They're trying to trade right now, but DaKun Gaming, they're saying we don't want to march into your front to back team comp yet again. We are gonna side lane you. What's your answer?
Deflect the comment, apparently, is the answer. Rift Herald goes over to Chris. That's the power of Voodoo. A lot of neutral objective control, but what's happening to the bottom side? Yeah. Tier 2's gone. They haven't been able to
timing for DaKun though, Brendan. They have to collapse. They're coming from behind.
Okay, they get a good amount of damage on the Evo. He's trying to walk in first. That's also the unstoppable force trying to dive into the back. Win goes into stasis first. Azure's in between YK as well. Swayba gets taken down. Fayba joins to the fight, but it's too late. Z walks towards YK. This is a bad fight for them. DKG are too massive. They just walk in. YK will destroy the backline.
And we said your team lost the team fight for you to get farm, for you to get gold. You had better deliver. YK does just that. Slices and dices over the wall, over Azure's flash. He picks up the kill, and DaKun Gaming, they're finding their foot back in this game.
Look, I would have to say, YK not only had a window to come in from the back, he might have had a door. One would even say he had an entire entrance and alleyway in.
Brendan, the bad jokes are reserved for me here, so please respect that. It's in my contract. Look at this replay right now. Emo starts to blow. It doesn't matter that he dies. It's his job to die. He just needs to make it hard to kill him. And look at this play from YK. Flash, stun, slices and dices over the flash, dices back over the wall, and he collapses the entire team of ThunderTalk. They have nowhere to run. YK, he is coming up huge.
This Renekton 4-1 now with 2 items, looking unstoppable by anyone, by any measure on the South ThunderTalk.
And we always talk about Hueva. This series, we were talking about Yo, talking about Emo. YK said, I didn't hear you guys talking about me. He is popping off in match point. When it matters, Grandin.
Okay, ThunderTalk's scared. They jump onto you first. Z also has the ultimate. Shockwave to confirm the kill. That's the first pick off. But no objective to pick up here.
No objective to pick up, but they can't do anything on the map. Mid lane tier 2 is low. Do they want to answer this? Because if you look in the side lane, DKG are well prepared. They've shoved the waves out. If you push his turret, if you waste your time here, you will lose farm, you will lose turret health. But it looks like ThunderTalk, they don't care, they want to go for it.
That rapid fire cannon range, you can hit the turret from outside turret range. Even as DKG try to clear out the mini wave, the power of the center Azure is going to be able to continue to whittle away the turret.
It's the same story of the series, Brandon. 5v5 against side laning. Which one's going to come out on top? ThunderTalk, they're going to back off, they're going to play respectful. They're going to catch the gold in the waves in bot lane, top lane, and they're going to come back as 5 as soon as they set that one up.
But that's a little bit funny. S12K canceled his recall because he thought he got cancelled by the arrow, but he has the Belfry shield.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, oh wait, I actually can recall. It's
Brandon,
okay.
it's game 7. Agreed? Game 6. I'm losing it as well. It's game 6 of a grand final. The little things, the nerves, they start to get to you. Azure, he's the only one here. This is why they prioritize the Jax. If you look away, he will kill your turrets. He will kill Azure.
They're jumping onto Azure here. Chris is trying to fight back up, act as bodyguard.
Yeah, this is the problem right now. ThunderTalk, they want a group, they want to run as 5, but DaKun are saying, we are never going to let you run as 5. We're going to push top, we're going to push bot. We've broken every turret on the side lane. And if you want to know what's the most representative thing of the game state right now, ThunderTalk have both mid lane turrets up. Tier 1 is full health, but they've lost all 4 side lane turrets.
Side lane turrets all gone. That's the power of a side lane split push kind of composition. Neutral objectives have been tied up very well for DKG as well. DKG, they are in a very good spot.
I want to point out something very quickly. In the last 2 games, we saw Azure play center. He went Black Cleaver, Iceborne God. This time around, he realizes, I'm the only damage. I have to go Rapid Fire Cannon, but that means he's so easy to kill. He has to be so cautious in match point.
Not much utility and easy to kill. It's a problem for ThunderTalk right now. Some arrows start to come through. That's the engage led by Emo. He's over the back. Look at how techy he is. Yo's coming in. That's a window for the jump into the back line. He's looking for this entry. DKG gets sent back instead. The return ultimate, the unstoppable forces Hueva. Start to lead the charge as well. Faybai joins in. He's facing up against Yo. They just mutually exchange handshakes right past the blast cone.
And that was all win. Both of these teams doing their due diligence, marking the members they need to zone away. Yo did not get access to the team fight, but he zoned away Z and Azure. But all that while, Win has not stopped poking.
Here we go. Emo, watch out for Yo. Watch out for the entire team. Wayne. Weiba walks in first. He's gonna go into Stacy. They're gonna finish off Azure. Z set running. Is running away. Yo's chasing after. Feibai acting as the shield to protect his teammate to make sure something's there still. Misses out the chance for the reset as Weiba jumps in. No man to finish that one off. S12K looking for an opportunistic kill there, but will not get Weiba a second time.
Weiba with 1 HP in the grand finals in match point. It's the little things that matter, Grandin. Z flashes away, but he whiffs his shockwave. Feibai didn't get his reset off on his dunk. Any of these two things could have changed the team fight for ThunderTalk, but it wasn't there. It didn't happen. And DaKun Gaming, once again, they pull ahead to a lead.
And when all things come down to being able to have these perfectly executed team fights, ThunderTalk are facing resistance.
Look at how amazingly DaKun set this team fight up. 2 from the left, 1 from the right. Where are you gonna run? You wanna kite us, but there's nowhere to go. YK comes in, stuns the back line, and see, he panics. He thought he was dead. He just wanted to throw out the shockwave, but he misses out on it. And look at Feibai right now. This man is doing everything he can. He's quietly been performing so well. Yo shield saves him and saves his team even from the reset coming out on the dunk. And you look at ThunderTalk, they are disheartened. Their hearts are crushed right now. They were so close to winning that team fight.
But I don't want to discount ThunderTalk just yet because they're back on the Dragon. They're forcing DKG to work into them. DKG with that Skull Crab had vision as this is being finished up. YK looking for the flank. It looks like a repeat. Emo's walking in again. They're going to take down Z. He doesn't have anyone protecting him. S12K, he's going to be set running as well. The unstoppable force not able to find much value. Feibai falters in the face of DKG. Z is gone. Azure is gone. Damage lost from TT, and DKG will clean up for.
DKG off the back of YK's amazing Renekton performance. They come in strong. They pick up the kills. They're gonna pick up the Baron. And granted, could this be it? Could they pick up the series?
And with the Baron in hand, I'm thinking, yes, Somo, I'm thinking that things are looking good for DKG. The odds are in their favor. Scaling option still there for ThunderTalk, so I don't want to count them out just yet. DKG, you never want to count TT dead to rights.
First game of the series that ThunderTalk won. In game 3, they executed so well in this front-to-back team comp. They mocked the right angles, they approached team fights the right way. It's been a long day for the players. It's been a long day for everyone. They're starting to get tired, they're starting to slip up. Mistakes are coming true from Z, from Azure. They're mispositioning in their approach to the team fight. DaKun Gaming, they do not let things go unpunished. They come from every angle and they get TT on their back foot.
And even as we look at this series, I have to say, Homo, both these teams look absolutely unreal.
Yeah, two of the best teams in the world.
With some of the best players in the world, with one of them with the best jungler in the world on one side and the best laner on the other.
Look at how threatened ThunderTalk are right now. They want to force with the snowball, but they don't dare to because they know if they overcommit, they're gonna lose their base.
Weiba's looking for a flank as well. He's had enough shenanigans. Shockwave used to clear out the wave. That's all they can use it for. Z has it coming back up off cooldown soon enough.
Oh no, that's a flash. It wasn't even gonna hit, but nerves in match point are starting to show on both sides.
They know that if they get this fight, the game's gonna be over. Yo finds the engage. Look at his shockwave. Look at the moonfall, in fact. They almost take down 3. Z faces off. YK takes that one down. Chris trying to buy time, but DKG said we've had enough. We're the best in the world. No one can contest us, not even if you're ThunderTalk. As they launch in onto the inhibitor. Weiba with a stun, looking to take down this inhibitor as well. The minion wave running dry. Feibai doing the best he can to block out the creeps. With 35 seconds left on the death timers. DKG have it all. They have the Nexus, the teleport to close it out. Azure going to go down. It's gonna go to DKG and the champions of the Horizon Cup.
We hear the slamming of the tables, we hear the screams of elation, and DaKun Gaming, they're gonna be the best team here in the world. Weiba, Yo, Emo, grand finals, pulling the Jax out yet again. That's been instrumental to their win. Like you said, trailblazers in the meta, trailblazers in the entire championship. They should be proud of what they've accomplished here.
Absolutely. Getting a chance to raise that cup up. As we take a look back at those final moments.
TT had some amazing moments that game, Brandon.
We saw, and I think we confirmed almost, that they had the best laner in the world. So
that's true.
Being able to pull them back from those two amazing games.
It's the little things, the grand finals.
But it is.
Six are going to cost you.
Those little things against the best teams, they will be able to punish it. And we saw some amazing adaptation. We saw some change. We saw a point where ThunderTalk and DKG switched compositions.
Yeah, that's still funny to me. Seeing Huiba play Vi, that was my highlight of the series.
But at the end of the day, DaKun Gaming understood what needed to be done, and they brought it the distance, 6 games in, to become the ultimate champions.
Ultimate champions, I like that. It's a bit too cheesy for me to use ever again, but I think it's fitting. I think DaKun Gaming have shown, by far, they're the best team in the world. Dropping 1 game in semis to Team Secret. Dropping 2 in the grand finals to ThunderTalk. Their win rate in playoffs have been impressive.
Absolutely. And even as we look back towards the other teams that faced off against them, we knew that that group was going to be a group of death.
Yeah.
And truly was DaKun Gaming breezed past the group stage to find themselves first seed in the knockout stage, showcasing exactly why they are such a force to be reckoned with. I can only look forward to what's going to be coming out from this team in the future.
Definitely. DaKun Gaming, they have proven, I think, without a doubt, they beat Roaster Y in the group stages. They beat Team Secret in the semis. Well, they beat SBTC in the group stages as well.
Yes.
They have taken down every strong opponent they needed to prove themselves against on their journey to being Horizon Cup champions. Now in the grand finals, they take down their counterparts in ThunderTalk. Prove that without a shadow of a doubt, they are the best.
And an amazing set from DaKun Gaming once again, as they will become the champions, the winners of the Horizon Cup. And with that being said, we have live with us now on...
After a 4-2 series filled with heart, skill, and determination, DaKun Gaming are your Wild Rift Horizon Cup champions. Whew. YK, I have to start with you. You never dropped a single series throughout this tournament, approaching every moment in interview with confidence. What does it mean to you to be able to lift this trophy here today?
首先呢，恭喜大家是以4-2拿下了这个胜利。那想问一下 YK 的第一个问题是，你们这一次来到这个破晓杯当中是没有输过任何一个大场的。那对于你来讲的话，每一个瞬间都掌握得非常好。那你觉得这次拿起这个奖杯对你们来讲意味着什么呢？
意味着我们是最强的吧。
It just means we are the strongest team among this Horizon Cup.
It didn't come without challenges. Yo, I have to ask you, you were faced with a difficult task taking on Z, the glue of ThunderTalk Gaming. What was it like for you to be able to carry your team on picks like Zed in such a difficult matchup?
那下一个问题想要给到游，因为你可能面临的是这次最难的一个挑战，就是对面非常强入的中单选手 Z。那么 TT 的 Z 呢也是非常的有名，你为了要去对抗他，更好的跟团队去做一个配合，你也是选出了像杰这样的英雄。所以你怎么看待今天跟周周的这种较量呢？
我觉得今天，周周是一名很厉害的选手，我觉得能跟他打成这样子，我觉得很满意了，对自己的表现。
Yeah, actually, I thought Lee is a pretty good players in the milling, so I'm pretty satisfied with my performance for this round.
A great performance indeed. And Emo, this was also an eventful series for you, having a Rift Herald steal in Game 1, some game-changing initiations in Game 5 and 6. How do you feel you were able to service your team here today?
下一个问题想要给到一莫，那其实今天对你来讲呢，也是一个非常重大的比赛。你在第一局的时候也是帮你们团队很好的抢到了这个峡谷先锋，在后面的5、6局的时候呢，也是想到了很好的一个开团的时机点。那对于你来讲呢，今天你在团队当中，你觉得你的表现怎么样呢？
还可以吧。
所以还有什么吗？觉得不是最好的表现是吗？
我感觉我今天打的还行吧，队友有点垮，不然4-0了。
Actually, I thought I'm not very satisfied with my teammates. They are pretty maybe chasing over all if they could play as well in the scrim, we're gonna be like 4-0.
Always self-critical with this team. Now, when it comes to this series, there was that extra level of joy getting to prove that you are the #1 team in China while you have never faced against one another before. How does it feel to prove that China is the strongest region and now finally getting the opportunity to defeat ThunderTalk Gaming in this series?
那下一个问题想要给到 Win 的，因为他觉得就是这一次其实你们和 TT 都是非常强的我们中国大陆赛区的队伍，并且这一次来到这里呢，你们也是在决赛帮助我们的中国大陆赛区拿到了这个破晓杯的奖杯。想问一下，你觉得就是能够代表中国大陆赛区来到破晓杯，并且打出这么好的成绩，对你来说意味着什么呢？
意味着我们5个队友都是最强的吧。
It just means 5 members of our team are the strongest among the Horizon Cup.
Well, and with a team this strong and consistent, Coach Hecky, there is no doubt that the support of the staff has something to do with it. Can you describe your journey here in the Horizon Cup and your hope for Wild Rift Esports beyond?
下一个问题想要给到教练，那这次 DKG 可以夺冠呢，教练团队也可以说是功不可没的。想问一下，你觉得这次来到破晓杯的旅程是怎么样的？然后你对于未来英雄联盟手游电子竞技的发展有没有什么电子竞技比赛的发展有没有什么样的期许？
其实来到这边，我感觉大家都做得比较好，就不光是我们教练，就是每个队员都付出了就100%或者120%的这种努力。然后对未来手游的期许，其实我就想着中国第1赛区现在。
Okay, both our coaching team and 5 players put the full effort is up to 100% or 200% so that we can lift the trophy. And for the future, we hope the China mainland region could keep on the top place.
The future is looking bright for China for sure. And finally, Huiba, every time in the continuous discussion of who is the best player in Wild Rift Esports, your name comes up time and time again. How do you feel that your skill compares to others across the world?
下一个想要给到辉巴，因为这一次呢，其实大家一直在讨论，可能在破晓杯当中最好的一个选手是谁？你的名字是经常出现在大家的讨论范围之内的。那对于你来讲的话，你觉得对于其他的可能赛区的一些打野位置的选手来讲的话，你个人就是比较突出的点是在于哪里的？你的强势是在于哪里呢？
我觉得，就我比他们的优势就应该是我们的4个队友吧。我觉得优势就在这里吧。
Okay, I think my strength is I have 4 members that are pretty strong than them.
Well, on behalf of those 4 members and the rest of the team, what words would you like to share for the fans in China and the world beyond that have supported DKG across this entire journey?
那对了，除了对于你的4个队友以外，那现在有很多粉丝可能是来自于中国大陆，或者是来自于全世界的其他任何地方。那你有什么话想要对他们说吗？他们也一直正在收看你的比赛，你的直播。
就谢谢大家的支持吧。我觉得我这次决赛就状态打得挺臭的，就有点挺对不起大家的，抱歉。
First off, I need to thank to all the fans back home watching. Thank you for your support all the time. But the second, I think I made a lot of mistakes during the final, so I'm a little bit disappointed and sorry for them.
Well, thank you so much for your play and bringing us so much joy here today. And thank you to everyone in the audience that has stuck with us throughout this entire journey. If the performance put forth by all 10 teams that showed up at this tournament shows anything of what we can look forward to in the future of this esport, I think the future is looking mighty bright. So on behalf of everyone that has tuned in, that has put this together, I want to say this has been an amazing moment for all of us to enjoy throughout the entire time. And with that, everyone here on the stage, the excitement coming through all of our veins for one last time. I would love to see our champions here come to center stage, lift the trophy, and enjoy your moment, bask in your glory as our Wild Rift Horizon Cup champions. DaKun Gaming, everybody.
好，我们先举一个，来，听我指令，3、2、1，好，举。
Just do the rehearsal.
Sorry.
Couldn't have said it better, Gabby. Thank you so much. YK, Huiba, Yo, Wind, and Emo from DaKun Gaming, your champions for the Wild Rift Horizon Cup, the first international event And they had worked throughout the whole stage, from the group stage to the knockouts, and even before when they qualified through the Spark Invitational, this team had been growing and growing, and we saw a transformation of a squad that seemed so single-focused. It was the Hueba show and everyone else supporting around it. But I think it's pretty clear, TJ, that throughout, the team had to find other heroes. YK there at the end on the Renekton, huge. Wind dumping damage over and over again from the Dragon lane. Yo standing up to one of the best players in the world, Z, said it in his own interview. And Hueba evolving his play from being just a late game hard carry to a facilitator to teammates that he said in his own words he believed in. Had 4 great teammates to be a part of. And Emo with those great engages, disengages, pulling out the Garen, which then became a huge issue in the draft. My goodness, those 5 players coming together to make a great championship team.